And I want to just share with you very briefly, I don't have much time, but there's a plan building nationally to replace all 435 members of the United States House of Representatives with true citizen representatives without special interest money. And that might sound impossible, but if you'll listen to what I have to say for just a couple minutes, then maybe go to our website and check this out. We have our state coordinator, Tom Beeman, over here. Get with us afterwards. But GO is a nonpartisan process. It's not a party, it's a process to change the way we select representatives. I'm a computer guy, I'm not a political guy at all. I went through a sequence of life events a few years ago that caused me to abandon my job, abandon my career, and to build this system. And we're about to do what I just suggested if we can get enough people to join us. We seek 500,000 members. At this point in time, we have over 67,000 registered members. We have another 150,000 what we call watchers, and I know there's some in the room. I've talked to you, people that have been to our website multiple times but haven't joined the cause. We've had 1.2 million people come to the website, over 150,000 in the last 7 days alone. This is a large and nationally growing movement. We've been on Fox and Friends, we've been on WGN, the 700 Club, CBS, ABC. We've done 150 plus radio interviews around the country. We're about to make this happen if we can get to 500,000 members. The concept is very, very simple. What we're trying to do is get these 500,000 people to come to the website and complete a candidate questionnaire and document how you personally would vote if you were in office. There's no right or wrong answer. It's 100 very hard questions. How would you vote if you were there? And we understand most people have no interest in serving, but we want you to participate in the process and help choose. Once we get to 500,000 members, we're going to randomly sort all of the participants into pools of 10, and you're going to sit down on a Saturday morning late this spring, you and 9 of your peers. You're going to look at each other's answers. You're going to listen to their communication skills, their accomplishments in life, their willingness to serve, and each pool of 10 is going to choose 2 people. And those 2 people will advance, and next weekend you'll have new but fewer pools of 10, and they'll choose 2 people. And that process will repeat 4 or 5 weekends until ultimately one person rises to the top in each of the 435 districts. Now at this point in time, we tell everybody we do not need money. We have all the funds that we need. My wife and I are personally funding this and will continue to do so until we get to 500,000 members. Once we're there, we'll ask everybody to make a $100 contribution, and we expect to raise somewhere between $25 and $50 million within a week's time. We'll take that money and we'll initiate a national advertising campaign that goes like this. America, we can continue to vote for career politicians, red or blue, like we've always done, and we'll get the exact same results we've always seen. The deficit will continue to go through the roof. 30% of our kids will fail to graduate every year in high school. The borders will leak like a sieve. The tax code will become more corrupt. I could go on and on. We all know exactly what we've seen our entire lifetimes, what happens when either party is in office. Or, for the first time ever, you can vote for a true citizen representative. Think about this person. It's a man or woman who's documented their view on every key issue of the day, who sat down with their peers and been chosen over a series of 5 weekends in a row by their peers, not by no party, nobody else. The peers have chosen this person. They've not accepted a penny from a special interest group. They're affiliated with no party, and they're willing to go to Washington for 2 years and serve you. Who would you want to vote for? We've surveyed people around the country. These polls that say 92% of us believe we should replace every member of Congress, our data shows the number is 95 or higher %. I can't find people in America that think the people in office are doing a good job. Now, I only have 5 minutes, so I don't have much time to really go into detail here. But folks, as impossible as it sounds, as unbelievable as it may sound, it is about to happen. I was speaking to the Constitution Party today. We're trying to get the endorsement of the National Constitution Party and their 500,000 or 600,000 members to join us. I would like nothing more than the Libertarian Party of every state and at a national level to do the same. As soon as we start this process and we start choosing these, you're going to want the people that think exactly like you participating in this process. You're going to want to participate in this process. And what we're going to do is we're going to identify 435 men and women, just like Mike here or Sheila or Norma Ray or whoever, and think about this. They're not people that are up there for them. They haven't quit their job. They haven't went and taken $1 million. They haven't went and kissed 10,000 babies. They've sat down with their peers at a table, just like where you're sitting, and have been chosen 5 weekends in a row by people saying, I'd like you to go represent me. Imagine how this country will turn if we put 435 of you in office. Think for 1 second that each one of you is a sitting member of the House of Representatives. You've gone through this process, and you've been selected in your district, and you've been voted in, and now you're sitting in the House of Representatives. And I want to just take 2 quick votes to show you how quickly we can turn this country. So I'm going to make a couple of proposals, and I'd like you to vote aye or nay. No right or wrong answer, just vote as you will, but vote with gusto. The first one I'm going to say is we have a terrible financial problem. The Federal Department of Education was formed in 1972 and the high school graduation rate was 70.2%. 38 years later, the high school graduation rate is 70.8%. They have a $65 billion budget that we can no longer afford. I'm going to make a motion that we abolish the Federal Department of Education. Aye. All in favor, say aye. All opposed? It's okay. So there you go. In 1 minute, we just saved $65 billion. But one of my pet peeves, and it's not just unique to me, in Pennsylvania, you guys have a terrible reputation because of a couple of folks that here, John Murtha in the airport, and we could go on and on. But it's not unique, right? It's 8,000 earmarks in every budget that comes through, right? Every bill has amendments and riders. I'm going to make a motion that we eliminate that process by passing the Single Bill Act. Every piece of legislation that comes through must pass on its own merit. No amendments, no riders. If we want to build a bridge in Texas or a civic center, it's got to come through and pass on its own. If you want to build a dam or a roadway here in Pennsylvania, it's got to pass on its own. It's called the Single Bill Act. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Think why the people in office don't do things like that, right? Any one of you, if you just saw we're up there, we could turn this country overnight. Now, I don't have much time, so I'm going to wrap this one up. But folks, there's this seemingly impossible task is about to happen. Each and every one of you can get on board with this. I started this in 2007. It was just me. You've heard the numbers. Over 67,000 registered members. We're adding 250 plus a day with nothing but word of mouth. If we can get to 500,000 quick enough this year, we will run this year. If we can't get there this year, we'll run in 2012. But we're close. We're one national speaking opportunity away. I encourage everybody here, when you go home tonight, right before you go to sleep, ask yourself this. 6 years from now, if we do nothing different, what's the state of this country? Where's the deficit at? What's happened to this country? Have we improved the education system, sealed the borders, fixed the tax code? We all know nothing's going to happen. Can you let that happen for your kids and grandkids when you go home tonight, put your head down on your pillow, and just ask yourself, is there anything that you're doing, anything that could be more important than sending 435 of you to the United States House of Representatives this year? It's called GOOH. Go check it out. Thanks.